Where a go? Oh my god, my hair is poofed out. My hair is so poofed.
Hold on, just give me 2 seconds.
Oh.
Hold on, just give me 2 seconds.
Hang on.
That's all good. If you got like a double echo. Hello, Mr. Tenebrum. How are you doing, good sir? I'm currently doing a bit of a stream with the lovely apothecaries. I'm still alive and kicking. Just been a bit of a weird manic bank holiday. Adult chores again. How are you doing, good sir, on your end? Itchy ear. But yeah, I was hoping to do a bit of recording this week and build this weekend and building and stuff, but other things got in the way. Basically, it's nothing horrendous or anything like that. Sorting out like the rear garden, like mowing the lawn, trimming bits and pieces, and doing the front side as well. Busy, dealing with one thing at a time. Yeah. Went and got some chipboard and stuff to sort out some print shelving stuff for my FDM printers. But yes, it's all good. Yeah, I'm still alive. Just you can always send me a message. It's all good. No, personal life got in the way. In all fairness, yeah, it is what it is. You know, some people say that's a saying of mine. It is what it is.
We're live.
You're live?
We're live.
Are you alive?
I am alive. Mr. Day is alive.
Let's go over to the.
Is alive.
Let's go over to the collaboration screen. I got a fancy collaboration screen.
Oh, hi, Dan. We have a Dan.
You have a Dan?
We have a Dan.
Ah.
This is really going to throw some people.
Well,
hi, Flohan.
Kelly, do you want to say hello? She's coming. But yeah, honestly, how's everyone doing? I know some people think I may have been dead or disconnected or just gone.
Well, we didn't think that because we saw you at Tintagel. So we
yes, you had a valid reason. Oh, I'm gonna put your sips on then. All right, Kiki, you don't have the ships. You don't have the ships. You don't have the ships. All right, come on, move.
Yeah.
Have I clicked off the wrong part here?
Hello, Silver. Hello, Silver.
Yeah.
Hello, Dan and Flohan. Good evening. Happy Bank Holiday Monday if you're in the UK.
Is she doing velociraptor noises?
Not quite. Hello.
Kiki, stop being so nosy. Stop being so nosy.
I'm missing a part. Click the wrong part. Yeah, I know that feeling. No, I didn't click the wrong part at all. I'm just missing a part.
Alright, be safe.
Okay.
You know what I mean.
I found the part I need.
I'm not missing it, it just hadn't been clicked off yet.
Yeah, that one.
Dan says I've ordered the executioner, by the way. It's on the way.
Yes.
I need to get the Rastus out of the way before I build it.
Ooh, fair. I do like the Repulsor Executioner. It's a lot of fun.
I will say, I got a bit of a naughty word here. I do have some Black Templar inspired files that I'm going to be printing off for mine down the line.
Oh,
They're very, very baroque, like a lot of chains and candles on them.
oh yeah, that makes sense. Do you know what the Repulsor execution makes me feel like? A 7th edition Tau player.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. It's kind of like the grab option, isn't it?
It's all the firepower. It's so much firepower.
It does seem to be a bit obscene.
A bit.
I'm trying to be polite. Look, I am trying to be a polite boy. I don't want to come back to streaming and they're like, oh God, Mark's changed.
He's different now.
Why is Mark being very sweary? I'm not.
Mark's not sweary.
But yeah.
Right. I'm not saying goodnight to anyone else. Oh, okay. So, hang fire, Mark. Hey, love. Flohan's in the chat.
Hi, Flohan.
Do you want to tell him now because he's finally in the chat, or has he already seen it? I wonder whether he's already seen it.
Flohan, there is new merch on the website.
You got merch on the store?
Yeah. We have a website with merch.
Ooh, fancy bums.
Including a requested t-shirt saying, cease
your heresy.
You are very fancy bums, aren't you?
Not really.
You are?
Well, I found this place called T-Mill, and so we've teamed up with them to do merch, so we don't have to we don't order it in bulk, we don't have to store it. It's made to order.
Nice.
But I really like their business ideals. So it's all made as sustainably as possible. It's made in the UK. It's done with sort of fair trade goods, and
Very nice.
It's not like the cheapest. We've made it as cheap as we possibly can, so we're not going to get profit from it.
You're not going to get stomped.
We've always said, haven't we? Like, we don't do this for the money.
Yeah, that's just it. We're passing it on at a cost.
Yeah.
But it's something people have been asking for, so yeah. And I like how they do things.
Well,
so far from what people have reported back on quality and everything, apparently it's really bloody good.
Well, I was talking.
The quality of the t-shirts and stuff are really good. Sorry, go on, dude.
Oh no, it's all good. I was talking to you a little while ago. I've got my own little bit of merch now as well.
You do, yes. I still very much like the grudgings.
Well, I expanded the grudgeons, haven't I?
Yeah. Grudgeons. Be a grudgeon.
Well, I got a Diggy Diggy Hole now t-shirt as well. It's not subtle at all.
Oh no, I haven't seen it. Be right back. Looking. I'm gonna order one next month when the money is there. I think I was one of the first orders. Yes, you were, Dan. Got myself a hoodie and a mug, and they're good quality too.
Nice.
I found Necron Overlord. Good day. How are you
Hello.
doing? Dan says, Flohan, you have enough firepower as it is.
Is that in response to the Repulsor Executioners make me feel like a Tau player? Specifically a 7th edition Tau player.
Yeah, I was going to say that's 7th or 9th.
What the fuck?
Munchies just came in.
Insomni, hello. How are we doing?
Hello. Good evening.
Just arrived home, going to get changed and check the bases. Thank you very much, good sir. I am in need of many bases now.
I hope you've had a good day. But yeah, go get yourself sorted before you settle down with a cup of tea. And
Oh, nice cup of tea. What, some bickies?
Oh, I couldn't eat anymore. I had pizza and now I'm fat and full.
Yeah, but a nice cup of tea and maybe a rich tea or two, or some digestives, or hobnobs.
Oh, hobnobs.
Oh,
Like a good hobnob.
You know, it's a bit like dessert. There's always space for a cup of tea, and a few bickies, isn't there?
There's always room for a cup of tea.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But how's
Really?
Munch doing? I had a weird comment off a colleague of mine at work. He was like, whenever you come back from like an event or something, it seems like I go to events all the time, which I don't. He says, your notice to people is, here's a cup of tea, I'm back home safe. It's like, yeah, but that's a British thing. You get in the door and you make a cup of tea or coffee.
Yeah, of course you do. First thing you do is you put the kettle on before anything else.
You know, it's a very British thing.
Yeah. Before you even go for a wee, you put the kettle on.
Yeah.
Problem is when we got back from our holiday and it was a case of right, we're going to get in and get the kettle on, and then we've got to get the dog out. That getting the kettle on was enough of a distraction. I only half unpacked the car. The car didn't actually get fully unpacked until like 4 or 5 days later.
Excuse you. It's still not unpacked.
Totally is unpacked.
It's still not unpacked.
Well, my one was I got back. Surprised the other half when I got back. She was like, "Oh, you got back early," because she was walking out into the garden with the dogs. The dogs weren't sure what they needed to do, if they needed to go toilet or see Daddy. It was like they were kind of spinning on the spot, and I was like, "No, go out for a number 2 before you do a number 2 in the kitchen. Go on, piss off out," kind of scenario.
Okay, that was Munchie redeeming tea party. Hello, good sir.
Hello, Jay.
How are we?
We're doing a joint stream tonight with the lovely 6+2.
You're only saying that because the check went through.
If her jaw could drop any lower, you'd be in trouble.
Why is that?
She looks very upset with you right now.
What? Did the check not go through? I'm sorry, I'll put a balance in.
Nate, hello, how's it going? Munchie, sorry I missed your comment about saffron cake.
Oh, yeah.
Dan, that's a man's unpacked. Mrs. A, it's unpacked enough. Yeah. Best tea I ever had was not really surprisingly in England. Oh, best tea you ever had was not surprisingly in England. It's because we do the best teas. Frankie, what are you doing?
Was it Twinings by any chance?
You little weirdo. Don't you lick your lips at me. I'm not for eating.
To be fair, I once had a really good cup of tea in Egypt, of all places.
Oh, they're very good for it.
Yeah, that does not surprise me.
And they put fresh grown mint in it, so I had it black but with fresh mint in it, and it was beautiful.
I think one that I heard was good was in Turkey.
Oh, Turkish tea.
Turkish coffee and tea.
Mr. A had never had Turkish tea before, and we found around us a traditional Turkish restaurant.
Oh.
So Mr. A for Turkish one night, and we had Turkish tea, which you'd never had before, and you loved it, didn't you?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And Turkish coffee as well.
Oh, it was gorgeous. Oh, I was in heaven.
But not long after that, they'd shut down.
Yeah, they shut down. Flan says, forgot the shop name, but it was a fantastic Earl Grey.
It's got to be Twinings.
Twinings is kind of a safe choice.
Yeah.
You like your ringtons, don't you?
I do like ringtons. Ringtons do some really good really good tea and coffee.
I like my Cornish tea. There's a Cornish tea
There you go.
company.
That's your question for tonight, chat. What is your preferred
Tea of choice.
tea of choice?
Tea or coffee. Or coffee.
Or coffee. Yeah, tea or coffee.
That's going in the book.
Oh, Dan's not happy with someone. But turkey tea must taste foul. Oh, Munchy. Do you know, why am I not surprised that it was him that made that joke?
And that's why Dan pressed the button.
Yeah.
Push the button down.
This is now my 5th Crusader squad from a Black Templars, so I can run a 10-man squad and 2 20-man squads.
What? Why do you need that many?
Because it's the Black Tide. If you remember Black Templars from back in the day, it was mass infantry, Land Raider Crusaders, and you just swarm the board. It was kind of like orc mentality of there's a quality and a quantity.
Yes. And you straddle the line between both. That's insane. I get it for like 30k if you were like, oh yeah, I've got a 20-man unit of something. Like, that makes sense. But in 40k, like, is that really necessary these days?
Yeah, but it's the Black Templar thing. Like, the I think the meta is quite different, that you have like 10-men squads to like scout ahead, because they have scout 6, to my knowledge. But part of me goes, screw it, I don't care. I'm just doing by the rule of cool.
Just stood on the other side of the table screaming "rule of cool, bitches" and throwing dice. Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of, you know, you've probably heard of World Eaters players doing shadow boxing.
Yes.
I'm doing shadow dueling and fencing. I'll take my Templar sword with me and just be stabbing the air and then be like, "Is this person allowed to be in here?"
Yeah.
Oh God, Farm Giles is here. Yeah. Easier.
Flohan says that's lots of crusading. That's a lot of crusading, sorry.
Yeah, I've got some kit bashing I'm doing as well with a future lot that I'm doing Grey-Tide studio parts on Soul Brethren bodies I found on eBay. That will give me 2 squads of 10 Sword Brethren. I've then got files that I'm printing out of Black Templars with Grey-Tide Studios. See a bit of a theme here. Of a 10-man brick Assault Terminator squad.
Bricks.
I'm just going for big infantry bricks.
That's why you play Heresy. Big bricks of infantry. That's all you do.
I'm fully aware of that. I just want to make people kind of go when they look at the 40k army. If I ever play it, they're like, what? Like they're looking at it with like a nervous breakdown.
The last time I played Black Templars was last year at Warhammer World, and I felt violated afterwards.
That's what he's going for. That's what Mike's going for.
Look,
Clearly,
I didn't violate you. You just
no, not you. Someone else. I played just before the wedding. I went down for 4 days, and I played one member of.
That's over a year ago.
Over a year ago now. Yeah, over a year ago. So just all right. It's still last year though, isn't it?
Hey, some period of time ago.
Yeah, some period of time ago. Yeah, I felt absolutely violated. Like, the only way I'm playing you is with about 1,000 points extra worth of Imperial Guard artillery. Keep you at bloody range.
Well,
like, oh, shoot, go away.
But yeah, I got a Land Raider Crusader that I'm restoring because I was able to get parts from Munchie and then parts that I got through my bit slots and stuff like that. So I'm restoring a old metal one.
Oh, nice.
It's like, come on, if you're a Black Templar player and you don't have a Land Raider Crusader, I don't care that the rules aren't brilliant for it. I don't care. Like, down with the
If
rules.
you're not running a Crusader, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah. No, I understand the Redeemer is better because it burns better. I'm not going to deny that. But
yes, but I have the same feeling about the Crusader that I do the Redeemer. If you're playing Salamanders and you don't have a Redeemer, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, they are, they are part of it.
Yeah. Redeemers are quintessential for any Salamanders player in 40k.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Nervous breakdown. Is
Tom
exactly.
718. Hello. Good evening.
Hi, Tom.
Foxy Badger. Evening.
Badger.
Yeah.
Nate literally says, "There's a line?" ? No, Nate. See, Mark straddles the line. You can't see the line for the pile of miniatures. You lost sight of that line about 500 models ago. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't ask
Flo,
Munch.
No.
He's seen my pile of potential.
Flohan clearly gets where you're coming from because he's currently at 40 Terminators, including Indomitus Pattern and Deathwing Knights.
Oh, Deathwing Knights. Yeah, I've got a demi company of old plastic Terminators, and then I've probably got 40, 50 of the new... No, not 40, 50. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 of the new ones. I like my termies.
Yeah, the most I've got at the moment, I've got a total of 30 for my Iron Warriors.
Oh.
Two normal 10-man units of
Yeah.
Cataphracti, and then a 10-man unit of Dominator Cohort, because I also like to hear people go from across the table.
Well, yeah. Let's not include heresy, because... Let's not
here we go.
No, we're not including heresy. No, I'm not going there.
My biggest armies are for heresy. I will go there. I will go there. Insomni 32 bases. Seriously, 32. 20, 24.
You know when you have a problem when you look at your collection of XYZ and you go, have I got too much?
No, okay.
You know you have a problem when you actually start questioning if you have too much.
I don't think I've ever got to that point. Clearly, I haven't hit that point yet. I put up. You were around last night. Did you catch the Lord of the Rings weekend plan?
I think so.
So I basically put up in the Discord about needing particular bases.
Yeah.
And Insomni, who has just announced that he has 32 of the bases that I need. I actually only need like 20 odd of them. But has just informed me of how many he actually has. And like, ooh, very nice.
Well, if you needed any bases done, let me know. I could print them out.
Well, I was umming and ahhing, and you know what I'm like. I'm very impatient. And I was umming and ahhing about what base. So I have to agree with me. God damn it. Umming and ahhing about what to do for the bases. And what I ended up doing was taking some of the less sci-fi Sector Imperialis bases.
Yeah.
Cutting off the lumens and skulls and basically painting them up with a series of light greys and then sprinkling on some sand. And it actually works really well for that sort of Mines of Moria interior.
I remember us discussing about that.
They work really well.
Oh no! Oh shit!
So Insomni, I'll message you later on.
Oh god! Oh god! Hello.
What are you dropping?
Nothing. I luckily I may have printed out some spare bits.
Happy accident.
Yeah. See, love, this is why I don't really want a 3D printer.
I
'Cause I
will
will
warn.
know. I know I will end up just as bad as Mark.
I will warn you now. When you get a 3D printer, your
Red, I
part.
love that. Red.
I'm not buying a 3D printer.
Okay,
It's
I will
dangerous.
warn. I will warn anyone if they're looking at getting a 3D printer, whether that's an FDM printer, that's your plastic squeezy cheese one, or an SLA printer, that's the liquid resin one, your pile of potential, whether you think you're going to be good or not, will explode. It will just erupt. Like, you'll have files galore, let alone prints galore.
Okay, I'm just catching up on some of the chat. Munchie, I didn't do bad with the Praetorians. Took 6 Lehman Russes. Floorhands still have about 20 Cataphracti. Also, those are technically old relic armor for my 40k boys.
Ooh.
Nate can't argue his approach, though. I mean, he is a brick player, and we both have the numbers to win by attrition alone. See, it annoys me because I don't come across as many. I don't come across many Imperial Fist players. I'm kind of glad I don't. But some of the people I would love to play games against play fists for 40k, not 30k, and it kind of makes me go, do I want to play? Do I want to do a chaos army for 40k just so I can beat up all the brick boys?
Well, Munch has said, and this is where I said, oh, it was me saying about the problem with, like, when you acknowledge that you may have a problem by having too much. He said, and this is where I say, I don't see it as a problem. I quite enjoy it.
I don't have a problem. Do I, love?
No, you have denial. Sorry, am I not supposed to say that?
No.
Whoopsie.
I know Cash is in the chat because he just hit the do it button when I said I wasn't buying a 3D printer.
Room.
I could send you up an FDM printer.
We don't have.
We don't have room. We don't have room.
Till Junior moves out.
And then we have room.
Then he can have that.
As I said, I just need someone to maintain the gardens. I've got a garage he can stay in, or a pet shed. It's all good.
Yeah, he moves out and his room gets turned into like a massive print area.
I'm not looking at buying another printer.
Honest. You should see 6+'s warehouse, aka the garage.
Who said that?
I think Munchie's calling you out, dude.
Stop it. I'm selling some of my stuff. I'm selling it to fund getting another printer.
You keep looking behind you like you're waiting for the missus to come back in. Like, what? Another one?
Yeah, basically. And this is where we never saw Mark again.
I may have some space for a 3D printer in my basement cabin, and we'll maybe buy one down the year.
Yeah.
That's Floorhand.
With printers, I've discussed it with apothecaries and stuff. If you're looking at 3D printers, the only ones that you could buy, set up, and just print with no concerns about it is FDM. Resin, you do need to be careful of the fumes, the resin material itself, the curing, the washing, disposing of the dangerous chemicals. You got to be careful. Even if you go for water washable resin that I went over in a video some time ago, you still need to be careful because it's still a hazardous material.
Oh, I think I remember watching that one. I can't deal with the faff of it all. Like, if we were gonna get one, I would want to get one of the ones you just mentioned. The like you just click and play kind of thing.
Yeah, the plastic ones. The
Yeah.
one for like terrain
Yeah,
and
but
stuff.
they get all liney, don't they?
They do, but there are ways around it from my understanding. We nearly have this Land Raider built. Nearly.
There's a printer I'm looking at that will be 3 times the detail of the one that I've got currently, 3 times the build plate size, and
Yeah.
and it's actually 50 quid cheaper than when I bought my previous printer like 2-3 years ago.
Oh dear.
Prices are coming down.
Oh yeah, like scary, coming down.
Okay, Nate says that my pile is already beyond continental magnitude.
I want to see that.
Cash, you can come across this Imperial Fist player. I will bully you. Brick boy.
Well, once I do these Black Templars and print out the Terminators for them and paint them up, I may crack on with my Heresy Dangles.
Heresy Dangles?
Yeah, Dangles. Have you
Dark
never...
Angel.
Yeah.
Dark Angels. Yeah, no, it took me a minute.
Yeah.
Took me a minute, but I got there eventually.
Have you never heard of Dangles?
Don't mention Dark Angels. You'll set Floan off.
Why?
He loves it.
Because he loves them.
Good boy. Good boy.
It's just some banter I have with Flohan. As a former Space Wolf player, it is my job to wind him up.
Okay, I do... Okay. I prefer the chapter/legions in the Heresy compared to what they are in the 40k universe, because Space Wolves turned into glorified furries in the 40k universe compared to being more Viking, warrior, noble and stuff in the Heresy. It is...
He did say it used to be.
And this is why me and you are friends, because I feel the same way. I can find elements of the legions really, really cool, but in 40k they suck.
Yeah, because in the books about the Space Wolves, they do sound really cool. In the 40k books as well, they sound really cool. But the game mechanics and the names they're given and the aesthetic designs they're given, it's just furry wannabes. And it's just like, no, there's more to it than that.
Yeah. TTS, wolf, wolfy, wolf.
It's the same as like corn demons and world eaters and stuff. Everything's blood or skulls. It's like...
Although I will say the preview we saw of the new Space Wolf models, I mean,
yes,
some of them, it's not enough to win me back. Games Workshop has already done the damage.
Yeah.
But
they do look the part.
They do look a lot better.
Yeah.
Did somebody say Dark Angels?
See. God damn it.
I like to make people repent.
Asmodee is a very bad boy.
He's a very bad boy. And yet, my favourite chaplain is still from the Black Templars. Too angry to die.
Oh, that was one thing. There's one book that I need to get hold of to complete my Dark Angel Codex collection, because I'll have one of every, Dark Angel Codex. And that's the Angels of Death supplement, the 2nd edition one. There is a named chaplain in that one called Saffon.
Yes.
Grand Master of the Chaplains. He's one who ranks above Asmodee.
Yes.
Now, Saffon, S-A-P...
No, the book, Angels of Death.
Oh yeah, Angels of Death, sorry, yeah. So, this is a thing that may get some people kind of scratching their head. Now, I may grab the model in a minute to show people. The old Asmodee model, I'll grab it a minute. This one here, Asmodee, however you want to pronounce it, he has in his weapon loadout, he has his blades that cause damage and his Crozius. Well, this model here has a power sword and a Crozius,
Yeah.
but it's supposed to be Asmodee. Saffon in the book is loaded out with a power sword and a Crozius. So some people are going down the rabbit hole of this model was originally designed for Saffon,
for the other character,
not Asmodee.
Hmm. You learn something new every day, chap. Stay out of my Narnia. I have that codex, says Nate.
Thank
No,
you,
I
Silver.
don't.
Thank you very much. Oh, I just had a compliment. I need you to read a book to me, and put me to sleep. You got a book reading voice, especially when you pronounce stuff like a book reader. Do I?
I've said that about the missus. I've said, can she, record books?
It doesn't help that I'm dyslexic, so I'll struggle with the reading of the books.
I mean, I can read them to you, but, I don't guarantee the words are going to be correct.
Yeah. You emphasize stuff like reading a book. Oh, okay. I get what you mean. Hello, Jotun. How we doing, good sir? All Space Marines are furries. Sorry, what? Because power armor is just a suit for people to want to be robots. So Space Wolves are double furries. Jotun. Naughty.
Jotun, what are you on, and can I have some?
Now, some people, I've discussed it with the lovely apothecaries and stuff, and I've discussed it with Munchie and a few others. I've been in a creative rut. That's why I haven't really been streaming and stuff. But a good friend of mine at work said for me to, instead of worrying about wargaming, why don't I do stuff that I enjoy, as in the creative side? Now, doing dioramas. Saying about Space Wolves, I'm looking at doing a diorama of a Space Wolf versus a Dark Angel.
Oh, like the jewels.
Yep. So I got the grey type bits here on screen, where he's going to be, a Space Wolf is going to be charging forward with his shield and frost axe against a Dark Angel, who's going to have his sword. Is
it just me, or does that bit of the lore kind of just seems to have been forgotten about?
It's not.
I don't think it's never mentioned, since 7th edition Codex. I don't think I've ever seen it mentioned.
It was in 9th edition. No, was it 9th? I think it was 9th edition, or it could have been in 8th as well. There was a stratagem. You could pay 1 CP, and if you were fighting against if you were a Dark Angel player and you were fighting against a Space Wolf player, the Space Wolves had a similar stratagem where they would fight, they would duel each other. You would take D3 mortal wounds, but you would gain a point of strength. I think you would gain a point of attack and something else from coming out from the duel, and it was both ends. I think it was like D3 mortal wounds and stuff.
I vaguely remember that.
But that was the only time.
I think the last Space Wolves Codex I actually bought was probably the 9th edition one, and that was the only mention of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to Nate's comment about staying out of his Narnia, he is right. I can vouch for this. He has a 250 square feet of space dedicated and filled with hobby. There is literally a room, and it is wall to wall miniatures. It's just insane. And he doesn't.
Is that the right one?
No, it's Blood Angels. I think it was an actual novel called Angels of Death.
Oh, Angels of Death is a supplement.
Oh, supplement?
Yeah, it's for me to finish off all my Dark Angel codex / supplements that I'm after, not including like
Yeah.
limited edition ones.
I don't know if you can you hear me 6 plus.
I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear, me love.
Oh, good. Have a look on a site called World of Books.
World of Books, okay.
Because they have loads of second-hand codexes, they've got Black Library novels, they've got all sorts of stuff on there. I managed to get a copy of Genevieve Undead for like £6.
I may have a
Which
gander in a moment then.
they've got all sorts on there. I've had a quick nosy and try code words like Warhammer 40k, Codex, Black Library, all sorts of stuff crops up.
Well, I like what Munchie said. Is it's supposed to be unarmed duels, no weapons. They never truly classified it as unarmed duels, because in the Heresy novels as well, the Black Library novels, there was a funny moment. It was in the Ultramar books where the Lion, the Angel got to Ultramar, and Malkador was sending out Space Wolf squads to the loyalist Primarchs to be like, keep an eye on them. If they are being naughty things,
the Watcher squads.
yeah, to somehow kill a Primarch. It's like, what are you on about? But anyway, disregard that. So when the Lion turns up to Ultramar, he does make Guilliman feel quite smaller, because the Dark Angels are very organized and very well trained and stuff. And Guilliman has this whole. There's only 2 of his brothers that do make him feel smaller. Guilliman has a superiority to other Primarchs, but there's 2 that make him feel smaller, and that is Horus and the Lion.
Yeah.
And the Lion then disembarks from his Thunderhawk and stuff and walks up to meet Guilliman. And then basically the pack leader of the Watch squad basically steps in front and goes, we need to duel. I need to duel one of your sons. Honor demands it. And he's saying this to the Lion, and the Lion's like, right now? And he was like, yes, right now, honor demands it. Who are you gonna state as your champion? And the Lion just basically half smirks and goes, I'll just say myself.
Yeah.
And the battle captain, the battle leader, is like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, I'll do that. And Guilliman's kind of looking and going, what's this all about? And then without a notice, the battle captain swings out his axe faster than any other Space Marine can spot it. Even Guilliman struggled to keep up with the axe movement. And the Lion just grabs it by the hilt and then smacks him in the face with the axe in his fist. And then
doesn't he also say, like, even like the Lion himself almost didn't catch it though?
Yes, yeah, he almost didn't catch it.
That fast.
Yeah. And that was the whole thing about it. It was like, so Guilliman struggled to keep up with the movement, but yeah, the Lion caught it, but it was just the whole thing of, it was such a blur that the Lion's sons and stuff were like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
And then he basically smacked him in the face. He was bleeding down his mouth. He didn't harm him too much. And he was like, are you satisfied? And the battle captain kind of gets back off of his knees and goes, yeah, honor is satisfied, and just spits out the blood and carries on.
Returns to his station. Yeah. So the Watcher squads were predominantly made up of members of they were from the 13th Company.
Yeah.
So all of them had fought alongside Russ, with Russ, and against Russ. So they already had and we don't know a lot about them, and a lot of the information that is out there is really disjointed, and
It's hearsay
it's
more.
not it's not accurate, which I find really disappointing. Marking Wolfie, stop coming and stealing my models. Stop it, my tank, leave it alone. Yeah, there's not a lot of information, but what information there is basically states that they, at one point or another, they have duelled with Russ, have essentially been given ad hoc anti-Primarch training, because we all know what Lehman Russ was like with his favorite sons. And if they didn't beat him, he basically pointed out where they went wrong in graphic detail. So then the next time that they fought, not only was it a challenge for him, but it made them think, and they got a little bit closer. But obviously, then Russ would change his tactics and
catch them again.
they'd still lose, but it'd be more of a challenge. I remember back when we during the Wrath of Magnus, when we got the Wolfen, I just before that I'd come across the whole concept of the Watcher packs, and I loved the idea. And there's a small reference to one of the packs that was very Thunderhammer orientated, which makes sense. If you're going to go after a Primarch, you take the heaviest weapons.
Yes.
So as soon as the Wolfen came out, I made up a unit with the Thunderhammer and Storm Shields. 10-man unit, all Thunderhammer Storm Shields, and they ended up accounting for 4 Gilliman kills, 3 Mortarian kills, 2 Magnus kills.
Yeah.
And literally, like, whenever I put them on the table, if someone brought a Primarch, it was like, get them. Because they were horrible. It was just like, get them. Well, we'll have you, get them.
I just, when you read about, you read or listen to the audiobooks, I've got like up to number 50 something in the Heresy books as audiobooks, including like 5 of the Primarch ones as well. So I'm up to like number 30 something out of them. I think I'm up to Betrayer now. All the legions had very unique flavor to them, and like there's been discussions that I've had with people in the past, and I think we've had the discussions as well. Like if you had to rate like your most favorite legion to your least favorite, to me is not as easy as just going 1 to 18, because in some books you really get attached to certain legionnaires or certain captains or primarchs.
Yeah.
But then the other ones are shown in a different light, and you're like, oh my god, you're a real ass or something,
Yeah.
But then in other ones, you're like, oh my god, I feel some pain towards them. It's kind of this whole thing of they're written for what they need to be at the time, like comic books. The superheroes or the supervillains or whatever, they're written for what they need to be at that moment in time. And
I mean, we recently finished Battle for the Abyss.
Yeah.
Which you didn't particularly enjoy, did you?
No.
But there was one of the characters you really liked.
Yeah.
Was it the Thousand Suns one? The sorcerer guy?
Yeah.
Like,
I've definitely, there has been certain characters where I've definitely grown attached.
Yeah.
Gabriel Logan being probably one of the...
Yes.
Oh, Gabriel Logan. I've actually got a file for him, and I'm really excited to try and print him off.
Oh boy.
Because it's him like in a dual kind of stance.
Oh, that's cool.
Whereas, it's... I'll see if I can find him and bring it up on the screen, because I think it's a free file. And
Right, there has been some
yeah,
chat.
sorry, we've just been sat chatting away, and we're not focused on the chat whatsoever.
Munchie's back. Flohan says that is a tick. With that, the Silver Templars battle cry is going from focus and fury to ooh woo to the fore.
What the hell?
This is just our chat, dude.
Nate says 4-6 plus. Mr. Apothecary can vouch. for
Oh,
this.
I read
Right,
that one. Yeah.
Forehand says, Dan, can you please include an Uwu cat girl, ALS captain or so? Well, I do need a chapter master model.
Oh
Uwu.
God.
Oh yeah, like
Sad Uwoos.
Munchie
Sad
said, like
Uwoos.
Causeway. Yeah.
Nate says Angels of Death 2nd edition codex contains both Blood Angels
And Dark
Yes.
Angels.
Yes.
Flohan, I only have the 9th and 10th edition supplements, obviously, because I just got with 8th edition.
8th, yeah.
Oh no, that's completely understandable.
The best I can do is having the special edition of the Cipher Book and Son of the Forest. Ooh woo!
No, that's ooh, not ooh woo.
That's more like throttle.
Mr. Wolfie comes to steal the tank.
My tank.
Mort, hello, how are you doing? Dan says Loken is the best boy.
Yes.
So there's
Coswain. Oh, get away with you, with Coswain. Ah.
Oi.
Ah.
Causeway's good.
Don't make me come down there.
Go on then.
Don't make me.
Go on.
Don't make me
Go
come
on.
down there.
Go on. Go on.
You do it.
I'd do it. Let me finish this Nemesis Force, and then yeah, and then I'm on my way.
No, that's
Sad oo or sad uwu. Both.
So there's a weird one when it comes to the what do you call it? The legendary edition of the Son of the Forest book, from the Dark Angels, and it was my slippery slope of getting into 3D printing because I saved up some money into getting the lion when it came out, the you know, the Lion Guard box, and
yes,
and the book, the Son of the Forest, because the lion, like Kelly was like, I genuinely haven't seen you this excited before. Like, I don't normally get like giddy like that, but I did. And I had the, you know, Games Workshop up because you could only get it through Games Workshop. And I had it up, I was signed in, and they let you put it into your cart like 10 minutes before or something like that. But you couldn't process it until it was like 10 o'clock, like time. The Games Workshop site crashed and just booted me out for a good 10 minutes. I was trying to get in, and basically it all gone.
Yeah.
And it was, people know where it's going to go. I saw it on eBay for scalpers at 4 to 5 times its GW pricing.
Yeah.
And I just went, screw this. Like, I said less polite words than that. And I just went, oh, the 3D printer I've been looking at for some time. Bought it. I just went, screw it. I just bought it.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
And
was it? What came out? There was something that came out, and I was similarly excited about, and pretty much had this.
Was it Empire stuff just after Christmas?
No, it was before that. But you managed to get it. You got it through something else, to a different store, and didn't tell me.
Oh, well, that was the thing as well, was to get hold of the Lion Guard box. I had to get it through one of the Twitch viewers I had, got it for me from Germany.
Oh.
Like, I paid them for it, but because it had just disappeared, like, it kind of blew up in the Dark Angel Facebook pages and Reddits and stuff. It was just like, you know, the whole hype of the lion coming back and stuff, which is great. You know, you got the hype and stuff. It just turned it so sour because no one was able to get hold of him.
Hi, Mort. Sorry, missed you. You said hello to Mort. See, Mort's a big fan of like the maps and stuff.
Yes. Okay.
And I know obviously in the past, like, he's had them sent here, and then we've sent them on to him.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
Because those maps are, they're still. I mean, I still occasionally see the odd Horus Heresy map up on eBay, and they are exorbitant prices.
Yes, it's obscene, shall we say?
freaking hate scalpers.
And the thing is, what makes it worse though, is they wouldn't be able to get away with that pricing if people weren't willing to pay that price, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's like with anything, if people weren't paying that obscene price, their price would come down until it would sell. They don't want to be sitting on that stuff.
No.
But it's the whole FOMO of being like, oh, you know, I'm going to miss out.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's universal. Is that like scalpers can just get in the bin?
Yeah.
Okay. Dan says if it's an 8-hour drive, swing over my way for a double visit. Space Wolves do a woo, not uwu. Flohan built his own line guards, bought some 3D third-party bits and modified some blade guard. I'm almost 100% certain now that the Inner Circle companions were planned as his guard instead of the blade guard. That would kind of make sense.
Yeah, I could see that.
Promo. Mini, you helped me out with one of the maps. Yeah. I mean, you asked, Mort asked, and it was like, oh, if I buy this and get it sent to you, can you then send it on to me? And it's like, well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, just go that way. Yeah. But
My wife is always super lucky with that stuff. She always gets the special edition boxes or kits. It's insane. Hey, Baden, how you doing?
Hello, good evening.
So I'm just going to show my
We're
side.
doing a joint stream with 6 Plus Save tonight.
Yeah,
so
look,
make
he's
sure
over here.
you
No, he's not.
show
You're
him
there.
some love and do
Well-
all the hit all the buttons and do all the likes and subscribes and everything because Matt's lovely.
Thank you. I'll just make sure the
And
check
she's not
comes through.
saying that because he's bribed her.
There was no bribe, although there was a nice lunch and a visit to Tintagel.
There was.
So I'm just going to show it on my side of the screen because this is where you go down the rabbit hole when it comes to heresy if you got a 3D printer. So let's see if I can show it on my side. Like the free files that you can get hold of. Like, does anyone want a 30k Abaddon? Like, look at that. That's a free
Anybody that
file.
doesn't already know 6 Plus does will like sell on 3D prints of things if you ask him very nicely.
Oh, we've got an advert. How have we got an advert for him?
I thought I turned them off. Oh no,
No.
it doesn't let you turn them off. I just turned it to.
No.
Yeah, I
doesn't let
turned
us
it.
turn them off anymore.
Yeah.
Which I think is really, really, really shitty of Twitch.
That's what I done it to. It's like one advert every hour, like the minimum you can have it.
We've got it set as low as it
Yeah.
will possibly go.
But it's like
Really annoying.
But yeah, 6 Plus is on our Discord and does do some 3D printing, if you haven't guessed. So if you are in need of bits,
Ask very nicely.
ask very nicely.
Use code MINI for 10%.
Really?
now.
Sorry, Mark.
Now.
I couldn't help that.
No.
I couldn't help that.
No, that's fine because I got a little bit annoyed with the site I use for my 3D printing because it used to allow me to have discount vouchers, like discount codes.
Oh, does it not do it anymore?
It doesn't do that anymore. Because what I wanted to do was an Easter bunny kind of special thing of being like, over the Easter, use this voucher, you get 10% off your purchase.
Yeah.
Because why not? Oh, there is no voucher. And it's
Yeah.
like, great, so there's no way of me doing it.
I couldn't help that. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
Insomni, our streams normally are Friday and Sunday, 8 PM, but we do run Discord nights on a Tuesday and a Wednesday night, again from 8 PM. That's all British Standard Time. So Tuesday night, Wednesday night, join us on Discord. Friday night and Sunday night, we are streaming 6 Plus. When are your normal streams?
I haven't had any normal streams for quite a while.
Okay, this is
going to
This is why tonight is named Spontaneous Monday Night Stream. This is a special one-off. I'd say it's for Easter, but we don't celebrate it, so.
I'm building my first metal bolt, aka a rhino, and yes, it's my first one. Woohoo!
Hey.
I'm just currently, while I'm streaming, I'm downloading files and showing it on my site how easy
Of
it is to
course you are.
download files.
Why does it? Well, this should not surprise me.
Look, I've seen some files that Games Workshop are going to dive at very soon, and I'm like, I must download them before GW comes along and ruins my fun.
Would they be by any chance drop pods?
Yes.
I'm psychic. I knew.
But, oh, I best show some people I've got my new site, haven't I?
Is that the right one? Is that the right bit? Did I just clip off the wrong bit?
This goblin look creepy.
But yeah, I have a new site, which I think I've shown Apothecary.
Yes, you have, has, had.
And I've even got fancy t-shirts on it. A certain t-shirt you like that you got on me.
I've got that t-shirt, just saying.
Yep, I gave it to you.
Yeah.
You
no,
you were eyeing it up at GriffCon.
Yeah.
And then you were like...
All the time.
I do wear it all the time. Even when I'm not playing Votann, I wear it.
I was just like, you were eyeing it up. It was like a little kid in a candy store. And I was like, here you go, have it. And you were like, how much? I was like, just have it. And you were like, Dobby has been given a sock. That was your face.
Please, someone clip that. I need that. I need that as a featured clip. Someone clip that, please. Oh my days.
I tried it once and it didn't work. I don't know what I did wrong.
To be fair, one of the things I've been doing today is slowly replacing all our VODs with just the replays, love. Replacing them with clips because they're just not working. The replays are just they suck.
But like,
They always seems to find something wrong with them.
Like seriously, Pete. You know, a load of you weren't there, obviously, at GriffCon when this happened, but got to love the Apothecaries, and it was the first time I ever met them in person and was chatting away to them. I probably chat their ear off. They're gonna deny it, but I probably did. And he kept eyeing up this Votann t-shirt that I had hanging up, and it was the only one I had. It was a sample, and he kept eyeing it up. And I was like, what size are you? And he said, blah, blah, blah. You know. I was like, oh, it's that size. And then at the end of the day, he was like, you know, oh, it was lovely meeting you, but we now got to scoot off, you know. I was like, okay, here you go. I just shoved it in his face.
You just attached it to me.
And your face was seriously, Dobby been given a sock. It was like, that's what it was. Like, no word of a lie.
Are you just trying to embarrass me right now?
Yes.
Okay.
I've given Dobby a sock.
Okay. Mort's now flexing because he now has all the Horus Heresy maps.
Oh, nice.
Streams. Cash says, "Me paint Ratos feels good, man." So now your name is Dobby MTA. Dobby Mr. A.
Dobby
No, my
was
name is
there.
not Dobby. Mark, stop it.
I didn't do anything. I just merely gave you something.
I think it's funny.
There you go. Right, okay. While I'm waiting for some paint to dry,
Okay, there you go.
I'm going to have because I think from the names that I've seen flitting around, we have a good proportion of. Okay, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, shit.
Right, hands up. Who was interested in the the Lord of the Rings marathon weekend thing? Hands up.
What's this then?
So,
Oh, wait a minute.
the
Hang
idea from
fire.
last night, which
Kelly?
was to do a Lord of the Rings weekend.
I'll grab the lady. She's a crazy Tolkien fan a minute. If I don't let her know about this, she'll probably kill me.
Thanks,
Kelly?
Dan.
They're on
Thank
about
you very
Tolkien
much.
and Lord of the Rings. You may want to see this. There you go.
Okay, we'll wait for Mrs. 6 Plus.
Right. So they're on about Tolkien. How much of that egg have you eaten?
That quarter of it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Where's mine?
In my gob.
Oh, right. Okay. So after
Sorry,
the
I
conversation,
rarely share chocolate.
Yeah,
Right,
not even with
fair
me.
enough. To be fair, I rarely eat chocolate. When I eat it by the bucket, by the fist load. Let's face it.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you get sick of it
Right.
then?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I do. Right. So, for all of you that were around last night and were interested in the Lord of the Rings weekend, after talking to my IT guy and a lot of reading online,
Biggest gobbo.
my IT guy.
Biggest gobbo.
What we're going to end up doing is we can't do a stream. We can't do watch-alongs on Twitch. It's bad juju. It's not allowed, and Twitch don't support the watch-along parties anymore.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. So from the 23rd to the 26th of May, instead of having streams on any of those days, we're just going to do it all via the Discord. So, Cash, if you could sort out sending me those digital copies, that would be amazing. Because I'm pretty sure you said you had all the extended versions.
See, we have all the extended versions, but they're all on DVD.
On DVD, and I don't have a CD-ROM on my computer, so that's not going to work. So, what we're going to do is we're going to host it on the Discord instead. So we'll start sort of Friday afternoon-ish, and then work through taking breaks for food and, getting drinks, and if doggos need to go for walks and stuff
What,
like
second
that.
breakfast?
Yeah, well, I'm going to go through the recipe book in the next couple of weeks as well.
Oh, I started looking through that this afternoon.
Yeah, and we're going to pre-pick some of the recipes from the Lord of the Rings recipe book, and I will post them up in the Discord. So if other people want to try them, they can do.
I'm so excited.
But we're going to pick some ones that can be easily prepared in advance and then either heated up in the oven or the microwave or something like that. Love, there's no point you putting the book under there because it's all inverted.
Oh, lambus bread is actually quite an easy one to prep beforehand.
Yeah. And there's a couple of other ones that I've seen as well that will be good for pre-prepping.
Honey.
Yeah.
Bjorn's honey cakes. I'm definitely doing that one.
Bjorn.
Expecting you on work.
So I think for those of you that were interested, it won't be done on Twitch. It will be done on Discord instead. And I think what it will simply just be is I will stream it via Discord voice channel. And if everyone's just on, have your camera on if you're painting some Lord of the Rings miniatures alongside us. Mute yourselves, and then we'll just use the actual text box next to that's attached to the voice channel if you want to discuss anything about the movie or what you're painting or anything like that, basically. So that's the broad outline of the plan so far. So we'll have Lord of the Rings themed food, and Lord of the Rings and miniatures and painting, and now Mrs. A has gone, oh, screw this, I'm putting it as an actual date in the diary. I'm now doing this. We're now doing this shit. So it's like,
Good.
yeah, let's do it.
Good.
Yeah.
Barnes Butterbear's Blackberry Tart.
I like the sound of that.
That does sound nice.
Yeah.
Where's the puppy?
What? Where's the puppy?
Yeah, where's the puppy? Where's my
Puppy's
bestie?
asleep.
Oh, bless him.
Hang on 1 minute. Puppy is. Don't know whether you'll be able to see him because it's quite dark in here.
I mean, I quite like the sound of that. Crick Hollow Apple Loaf.
Puppy
Oh,
is.
bless
Delicious,
him.
served with butter.
He's
This
lying
cookie
down.
butter roll.
Oh, bless
Is that
him.
a chair?
Yeah.
It's a sofa.
Oh, doggies have now turned up.
If you're making this for children, use apple juice instead of cider.
Cider.
It's a good job. It's a good job. I'm not making them for children, then, isn't it?
Oh, Kiki says hello.
Hello, puppy. I wish to squish her.
Peaches, sweet pickled cucumbers.
Oh.
Oh, there is I knew there was Lambus bread. Name is polenta, which is really bizarre.
You want to go back to mummy?
Nate says Mrs. A mission
What did you do, Kelly?
what mission orientated. Can just see him in the shadow. Yeah, it's because we don't have the big light on that often. He's fast out.
Kelly nearly launched herself over the dehumidifier with the dog.
Puppies! Oh, look at them!
Oh, lovely.
Oh, they're so cute.
Stop.
They're just cute furry land seals.
Oh.
Oh. Sorry, you've lost me to puppies. Oh, look at them. I wish to squish their faces.
All right, go on.
I want to get in the middle of them and have a snuggle puddle. A puddle,
They'd love it.
Cuddle puddle?
Oh, I got slobbery glasses now.
Snuggle puddle, I don't. Cuddle puddle, that's the one.
Oh, that's a good one.
What? We went.
Oh.
I know you can make it.
Just come on, you flopped all over each other.
Come on.
Yeah,
You can
in
make
a
it.
puddle.
Oh, Bronzy, you want to say hello, don't you? You want to say
Right.
hello.
Did I? Right. So yeah, that's the plan for that weekend. I hope everyone's all right with that.
Bronzy's typing.
Munchie's typing.
No, Bronson's typing.
I need to check my list. There we go.
What I think I'll do is I'll take a picture of the.
Anyway, come on.
I'll take a picture of the
Good boy.
recipe
Out you go.
content
Yeah.
page, and then any recipes that people want posting on the Discord that they might want to make, I can then send you
Yeah.
pictures of the recipe.
Fair enough.
I think that's probably the easiest way of doing it.
Yeah.
Dan says I'll be there for the Friday and the Sunday. We will see about the Saturday.
Cool.
That's fair. I mean,
That's-
people have lives.
People have lives, and we don't.
And
Yeah.
everybody's already seen like all the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but you
so
can't-
might not-
You might. What? No, this is heresy. Flohan, do your thing.
What about Votann? What about Rohan?
Tonight.
we watched that the War of the Rohirrim. That was quite good.
I do want to watch that.
Come on, you two.
Rohan is my faction. Except for
Thanks,
Erebor.
Flohan.
Dan says my son is with his mum that weekend, but I've got training matches for a 2v2 tournament 2 weeks after.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, it's a big thing, isn't it? It's a big.
That is indeed your personal weapon. Yes.
Like, whenever you set it up, it isn't going to line up for everyone.
No, exactly. Like, there's always going to be someone who can't make it for whatever reason, and that's fine. Like, we understand.
It's part of it.
Important.
Yeah. life is more important than spending an entire weekend painting, talking miniatures, and watching Lord of the Rings. What am I saying? No, it isn't. You should damn well be there, the lot of you.
I was going to say, what life is more important than that? Seriously, who's taken over Apothecary? Like, seriously, who's taken over Apothecary? I don't like this.
Yeah, no.
It says my primary job hours. Oh.
Yeah. Sorry. And I know we've some of you have made the joke before, like you'd like us to stream all the time because it means that you're gonna be able to catch us at some point, but it's just not feasible for our end.
No.
We are going to try and do more streams. I'm going to try and get into this new routine. So like having some streaming on a Wednesday afternoon, and then try and do some spontaneous gaming streams on a Tuesday, and then obviously the Fridays and the Sundays. But we've got to leave time for ourselves as well.
And you don't want to burn yourself out.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't. Yeah, streaming for us, it's not a job, and it's not about the money and stuff. So it's the money. What money?
Yeah.
So it's very much a case of I don't want it to start feeling like a job, because when it starts to feel like a job, I'm not going to enjoy it, and yeah.
And you'll get sick of us. Like,
Yeah,
what
you'd get sick of us. I mean, I know I can talk the hind legs off a donkey, and I can pretty much pick any given faction that I'm currently collecting, and I could bore you to death about it if you really wanted, but it'd get boring really quickly.
I accept the challenge.
Oh. Dan says this Discord is my life. Oh. I've also just finished the Death Watch for the Redemptor. Nice.
Very nice.
By the way, gaming night, we haven't played the new Hell Let Loose map so far. Okay, Flohan, would you like to play Hell Let Loose on Tuesday?
Tomorrow.
Oh, that's tomorrow. Would you like to play Hell Let Loose tomorrow?
Throw him off because it's a bank holiday.
Because it's bank holiday Monday, and I'm not out, and I'm at home, and I'm streaming instead. It's weird. And
that's thrown me out as well.
Like Mr. A's social night.
Well,
right.
with my streaming schedule, I'm trying to wake it back up to Mondays, Wednesdays, and then Fridays, and then weekends as bonuses. Right. Because my work just got so busy. Like, I get up 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't get back home till like 6:30.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, by the time I get home, it's kind of like,
yeah, you don't want to do anything.
And I can't really be entertaining for people. It's like, why is Mark falling asleep with a hobby knife in his forehead? I know that may be entertaining for some people, but not for me.
Do you remember streaming one? I've got to a point now where if by the end of the day, on a Friday or a Sunday, or any given day for that matter, when we're supposed to be doing something, if I sit down and my eyes are drooping while I'm sat getting ready to do streaming,
you stop.
It's probably a better idea not to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be enjoyable for the viewers. It's not going to be enjoyable for me. There's been a few times where we have been tired, and it has been enjoyable for the viewers because I'm sat here going, because I can't speak.
I didn't know you turned into what was his name? The pig from Looney Tunes.
That's all, folks.
Yeah, basically.
But there's been a few nights like that, and you know what? They've been kind of funny, but overall, like, it's not fun at all.
No, I can understand that completely.
I just say we could if the others also have time / want to play. I don't know. Mort's in the chat currently. Ask him, and Mort can then ask Jim. And Dan can't play. His computer can't manage it. No. We have a team of 4 for Hell Let Loose. Yeah. And we are. It's nuts. And the fact that I've then turned around and gone, oh, we could probably do some spontaneous streaming. And Mort went, haha, stream Hell Let Loose. Haha. Like, oh, God. Oh, that's not going to be a good stream. It is. It's going to be a hilarious stream because everyone just gets to laugh at how bad we are at the game. but it will definitely have to come with a warning sticker. PTSD galore. Yep, that's the one. Right, I will be right back. Mark, Lauren, you're in charge. One of you's in charge.
Oh shit, it's gonna burn down.
Do you know what? I'm going to leave Lauren in charge just because I think it'd be funny.
Okay, fine.
No.
I don't need the responsibility.
I don't know, wait a minute. Kelly's in charge. No, she's not there. Damn it.
That's the most sensible option, and she's not even in the room.
Okay. Mort's in the chat. Mort's in charge.
Nate's in the chat.
Nate's in charge. He sat there face palming going, son of a bitch. How dare you?
Nate, you heard him. You're in charge. Come on. Whip this ragtag ragamuffin group into shape. Love?
Help, 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 help.
Love. I can't see.
Grab the tank, grab the tank, grab the tank.
Why? Why? Carrying it like that?
I always carry it like that and I never drop it. There's a first time for everything. I got it. It's fine. I'm okay.
I'm trying to get these Templars to have a bit more of a dynamic
Trying to give me a
pose.
heart attack. Oh my days. Mr. A almost dropped his tank. His newly built tank, which was taken outside to prime. I didn't even have time to wipe off my paintbrush.
You got a bit too keen there.
Mm-hmm. Cash. Oh, does that mean you're in charge now? What do we have to do? Promoted and demoted in 5 seconds, says more. And yeah, typical Nate, chaos just ensued straight away there.
It's called
Spartan airdrop. Oh, forehand.
it's called
Oh, it
whiplash.
is. Chat's on it tonight. When are you not, though, to be fair?
Oh, clicky.
Hello, Luna. How you doing, hun? I've just got a private message from a friend of mine saying, I love your accent.
Lovely.
I'm calling you out then. That means you're in chat. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but how's everyone doing on my end then?
How is everyone doing on your end? Come on, because we've been talking about our chat. Who's in your chat right now?
Well, to my lack
call
of knowledge on my end, because I is sensible I is. I've got Scully, I've got Chaz, I've got Jotun, I've got Deadeye Minis, I've got Munchie, I've got Really, I've got No Mana Man. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Now, I do have some very, very adventurous plans for in the future. I'll streaming content. Don't worry, it's no OnlyFans or anything. Or only pans. Or only hands. Or only hats. Or anything like that. It's using my old PC. And streaming battle reports in the garage.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
The chat. Be in the chat.
Oh.
Yep.
Nearly lost
me. Ah! I got plastic glue.
Everybody knows. And also, say hello to Luna, please.
Hello, Luna.
Who is clearly suffering right now.
Why? Why is Luna suffering?
Well,
No suffering.
I've had a DM, so I'm not.
Oh, right, okay. Fair enough.
Oh, pardon me.
I'm just looking back over.
But needs much love from everybody. So.
I have fragmentation grenades. Beware. Such decisive leadership. Everyone be cool. This is a coup. Chaos ensues.
Hello, Scully. How you doing?
Damn it, promoted and demoted in 5 seconds.
At least you got promoted. At least you got promoted.
Yeah. Munchie is a double agent, apparently, according to Flohan. He is, because currently I have both Mark's chat up and mine, so I can see both. And I can see him commenting in both. So you know he's a double agent.
He's sharing the love. He's sharing the
sharing the
love.
love.
He's sharing
I
the
also
love.
say
he
he's a
is.
double agent. This is now the People's Republic of Chat. Hydra Dominant. God. The
He's gone-
handyman from Zap. Love for Luna. Much love for Luna. He's okay. Shush. Broke my foot again. That's what's happened 3 times.
Oh damn! Oh damn!
3 times in 5 years.
I don't know why, but you're saying 3 times. I just had it in my head going 3 times a lady. My brain just goes like that.
Taking some sort of calcium tablet and some vitamin D
Yes.
to shore up sort of bone stability.
Sorry,
Might be a good idea at this point.
sorry, my brain's going in different places. Then I'll keep quiet.
If I had a little bit more attention, I could probably run both our chat and Mark's at this point. Because I literally, every time I see Munchie's name, like Silver Moon, like mentioned something about Smaug impression.
Yep.
I don't
I
think
see fire.
I See Fire. Oh, I'm not singing I See Fire. Bouncing between the two. Original Scully. Hey, Mark.
But yeah, so
Actually, that would make you Dark Angel.
so
It really makes you Alpha Legion.
I have a strange plan, and I'm gonna catch
Oh,
Apothecary
no.
right now. I'm gonna catch
Oh,
him right
no.
now.
So yeah, that was my next point. Was 6 Plus was telling us about his plans for possibly
Oh no, I'm not gonna like this.
his old computer in the garage.
Oh, is this what I walked into when I heard about
Yeah.
Only Hands?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. His only hands.
But
You know.
distracted, like everyone's neurospicy, so it's just we just start bouncing and get distracted. So back to the point.
So the idea is steady now. So I got my old accent. Piss off for a second. I've got my old PC down here. Okay. So if I'm able to tidy up my garage into a more stable setup, because I've got a chest freezer in there that the in-laws are taking down the line and bits and pieces, I may be streaming some games in the garage.
Okay.
Because then I'll have the webcams and stuff above, because I've got some mics on the way that are ones that you clip onto your clothing.
Right.
So you know, you're not having to worry about being like 20 feet away. I say 20 feet, sorry, 5 feet away from your mic and sounding like you're down a tunnel. You know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But I am up for doing collaborations on a more regular basis and maybe doing a lore podcast or a wargaming podcast.
You don't want me.
Well, someone's gonna want you.
Oh my god. Was he trying to be rude there?
No, I think that was maybe an invite in a very roundabout way.
In a very roundabout way.
Yeah, I've gone so roundabout. I've just gone back to the start.
Trying to set up my airbrush.
Really, tonight you're gonna add in the chaos of the airbrush as well?
Yes. Yeah, because otherwise I've got nothing else to do.
I don't know what colour to paint his loincloth.
Pink.
No, you want to do it yellow. You want to do it yellow because then that contrasts against the purple.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Luna is going to the bone specialist on Wednesday to figure out why.
Good.
This is a good thing. Yes.
Good, Luna. Yes.
Good. We like to hear this. Anyone else that needs reminders to go to the doctors? Go to the doctors.
I would if they were open today.
Oh, that reminds me, we've got meds to pick up.
Oh,
I've got meds.
you've got meds to pick up. You've got meds. I'm unmedicated.
It's all right, Scully. It's all good. Yeah, so basically, Apothecary Would you
He's
like to,
unmedicated. We know, yes.
would you like to take my hand in podcasting?
Oh God.
Yes, he would. Look at his face. He's smiling.
Oh,
You've got a right smile on
I'm
his
so
face then.
touched.
Oh, thanks. Okay. Screw
That
you.
came out wrong.
Screw you, mister.
Mark.
Oh my days.
Steady on.
Oh,
Munchy, you too.
What did he
Yeah,
say now?
Munchy.
What
Munchy's
is-
probably sat there going, "What the hell am I doing?" Yeah, he's like,
you
what?
all know what you did.
You know what you did.
You know. The chickens know what they did.
But basically, the crazy idea I got, all right, this is quite a crazy idea, is going over Horus Heresy lore, all right,
Right.
but just going from chilled out, beginner friendly kind of. We go over like a book at a time or a campaign at a time or something. We pick and choose something for that podcast and we just go over it. Like just XYZ happened and it's more like informal, but there's actually still got the information about it. Like
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I get that.
it could be like for example, Sanguinius. What did he do before meeting the Emperor for the first time? Simple as that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
and then what happened? It could be, depending on the length of the podcast, it could be like, what did he do when he first, got on to Baal Primaris, I think it was.
Primus.
Yeah, and then how did he get integrated into the Great Crusade, and how did the Legion adapt to having his Primarch? Because that's an interesting thing. When the Primarchs, how did the Primarchs interact with their legions, their sons? Because some integrated very well, some didn't really do much with their legions. Other ones went yeet and just started like all fresh.
Yeah, so you wanna focus on the sort of the bare bones, the bread and butter of it, as
Yeah.
opposed to
Like
the overarching, what's gone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nate
and
said, I advise you get a contract and benefit package then for possible fall damage. Why do I feel called out by that?
I don't know. Why do you feel called out by it?
I don't know.
yeah, so-
Bannon, we'll catch you later, mate. Thanks for dropping by.
But yeah, so the idea behind it was you get a lot of people being like, here's Horus Heresy, for example, or 40k or XYZ, but they do struggle for like jumping in points to get people into it.
Yeah. Yeah, so less of the, not in depth, but less of the overarching story and more the bits that happened in between, which
Yeah.
for me is actually the more interesting stuff. Like,
Yeah.
we all know the story behind the Horus Heresy. We know what
Yeah.
happened. We know how it started. We know how it ended. But there's also lots of other information in between.
You could still,
Um,
you still could do the overarching part. Sorry, which would like you'd be like, I don't know. You could go on about when oh Christ, when supposedly Alfarius first got incorporated into the Imperium was when he first in theory raided onto Horus's flagship.
yes.
So you could do overarching bits, but they're kind of in the podcast, if that makes sense. They're
Yeah.
not the main part of it.
Yeah, but it's mentioned in that. Yeah. Okay. Now I understand what Nate was going on about having a contract. Munchie said, in other words, he's going to have me sellotaped to the roof of the garage on a skateboard with ropes so I can move and film the bat reps. Is that the plan, Mark?
If you want to do that, fine, you can do that. If you want to do that, it's up to you, good sir.
I'm not. We're not going to use sellotape though.
Oh no, I'll use the finest gaffer tape
Yeah.
or
Flock
duct
and-
tape
flock
or
and
whatever you
string.
want to do it.
Florana said, on today's episode, why was Angry Ron so angry and why is Big E a bad dad?
No, but it could be discussions like that. Like, it genuinely could
Yeah.
be. Like,
I mean, you know
Yeah.
me, I love law. Like, I mean, we very much endorse and support laying down the law, and everything they do to do with like all the old world law and the 40k stuff, because it's brilliant and they go into so much depth and detail and everything.
But they haven't done the Horus Heresy.
They haven't done the Horus Heresy, and I know there are Horus Heresy podcasts out there, and some of them I've tried to listen to. It's very, for me personally, quite grindy.
yes.
Like it's
Does anybody listen to a specific Horus Heresy podcast? Do you have a favourite? Do you
Yeah.
have recommendations? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? If you
I'm sure Mort probably has like a favorite Horus Heresy podcast.
Okay,
I get
but
the
I'm
feeling.
asking the chat, since you two are positing this idea right now.
Yeah.
If you what do you like about the podcasts that you do listen to? What don't you like? What would you like to change? And what would you like to see from a Horus Heresy podcast?
There you go.
There you go.
Um,
Questions for the chat.
my question is
Both
though.
chats.
My question is though, Mark, is it going to be too much? Because you already have a lot on, and as your personal apothecary, I can't be having you stressing you out and putting too much pressure on yourself.
I think the podcast thing would be a useful thing for me, because the thing that's been stressing me out, being brutally honest, because I was talking to the other half and stuff about it, and I was talking to Munchie, and I was talking to yourself, and Tenebrum and a few others. It's the gaming situation where I live, and
Not having people to talk to.
yeah, and that's the problem. Is for better or for worse, there's no right or wrong to this. Is a lot of the people around my neck of the woods that are into war games are very much into the war game inside of it. They do know of the lore and stuff like that, but that isn't like their bread and butter. And now I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just saying there's a different point of view. And when I try and discuss these kind of things, there is a bit of a discussion with said people, but it kind of falls off.
Yeah, but like you said when we were at Tintagel, you get a lot of funny looks when you try and talk about lore and stuff with certain crowds.
Yes.
Which I get.
Like, I keep kind of being treated as, oh, he's the casual player. He doesn't like to take things seriously. It's like, I can take rules seriously. I can do mechanics. I can do X, Y, Z. I can work out how units work. That's fine. That's actually probably my dyspraxia and dyslexia and all this stuff going on overdrive, loving it. I love combinations. That's why I've done engineering and stuff like that, because I like making things work. But I do love having the lore behind it to explain, why do I have said units in my force for historical, battles?
Yeah.
Why do I have these Matildas in my 8th army? Why do I have X in my 8th army in this? Or why do I have, like, for me, why do I have a bunch of Crusading Black Templars in my Black Templar army? Well, in the lore, they would just sweep the board with all their neophytes to learn in the heat of battle. That was part of their rite of initiations. They didn't hide them away in scout companies. They kind of changed it a little bit now that they do have scout companies.
So,
but,
Mort said, Varangian Heresy podcast.
Okay.
As they have me on as a guest now and again.
Nice.
So of course, Mort is a bit biased there. Imperial Truth. I think I've listened to some of the Imperial Truth.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Barefoot Miniatures Wargaming podcast. I think I've heard that one as well, but I'm not sure. Flohan, that is friggin' wild, because one of the biggest pull for me getting into 40k in general is the setting and the lore. So, I mean, the discussion me and Mark had, Flohan, is that in some cases, particularly with Mark, places of work and gaming groups, it's very competitive focused. And unfortunately, the competitive focus guys don't tend to get into the law that much. So getting conversations with them can be difficult. That's not everyone. I will acknowledge that it's not everyone, but the majority, yeah, there's some issues. Well, not issues. It's just you can't really have the same conversation with them.
Everyone has different things that they like. Some people
Yes.
like painting. Some people like the law. Some people just like the game and they're not bothered about the backstory.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
Yeah.
Different.
But I guess, but then I get that. Like you doing like a podcast or something. It's like, right, we're just going to sit and talk about what we are passionate about for an hour or so, and then you silly sausages are along for the ride.
Yeah, and it lets you.
Yes, I just called you all silly sausages.
It lets you vent in a creative way your outlet, like you want to talk about, and there's no malice behind it or anything like that. It's just you're able to have a laugh and a joke about,
A couple of friends talking about their passion.
Yeah,
like it could be like what if a what if pod episode to it of what happened if Angron didn't have the butcher's nails installed?
He'd have a really creepy smile. That's what. See, now you've mentioned a podcast, right? And Mort's over here flexing like he's been on a podcast. Does that mean we have to do guests at some point?
Yeah, we can do guests of people that would make sense to be as a guest.
Oh, right. Okay. So not Mort then.
Fine, you said it.
I can think of 3 very special lads that,
Oh, I can think of a few very special lads that would enjoy a couple of hours of talking just heresy.
Yeah, but it would need to be somewhat controlled, if you know what I mean. That it didn't. Okay, so it would have to have a rudder to it. They'd be like, we're discussing the fall of Prospero, for example. We don't then end up on a freaking tangent of, I don't know, the phalanx getting attacked by demons.
Yeah.
I know that's a weird tangent, but you know what I mean? It doesn't turn off that way.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Because I know some conversations can go that way.
They're bound to. Because the lore is so...
Open?
Yeah, it's disjointed in places and can be quite sporadic in others. And there's been so many retcons as well. Like there's.
Oh, I completely understand that. But still have it somewhat, controlled. That someone who's listening to the podcast doesn't go, "What the hell's going on here?"
Yeah, what's going on here? Yeah.
Is it going to be? Is this going to be before or after water? It would have to be before Watersheds, and it allows people to enjoy it.
All my armies. So Munchie says all my armies have an extensive backstory and lore, which I love.
Yes.
I think it's one of the key points. Personally, I think it's one of the key points for 40k because the 40k lore is so. It's got so many damn loopholes in it. You can create whatever the hell you want.
Yes, I'm not going to deny that at all.
Same why I want a full first company because the Dark Angels is stuffed with stuff, and their armor is full of fancy stuff. Fair. That's as good an explanation as any. Basically, welcome to Austin, a tournament hub. It's 99% meta, 1% lore here. I think it feels like that in some places in England.
Yeah, it's.
You called us sausages. That's the worst. Oh,
it's
Flohan.
So. Yeah, so to put it in retrospect, if people aren't aware, I live down in the southwest of England, Cornwall. So me trying to get out of the county, just get out of the county, it takes me at least an hour and a half to get out. So it is quite difficult to get external games to
Yeah.
meet with people and stuff like that. Like me going up to the Salute last weekend.
Yeah.
That was a 6-hour drive to get up to Essex, and then it was a 5.5-hour drive non-stop back from Essex.
Oh, it sounds rough as hell.
You know, and it's the nature of it.
Cash has just put forward a suggestion for an episode. Today's episode: Kill, Marry, Fuck, Primark edition.
All jokes aside, that could be. So it could be like bonus episodes, like bonus ones.
Has it? I'm just going to ask this question: who's seen the Primark version of the Piper Perry meme?
Oh
recently?
God,
Has anyone seen that?
yes.
Oh, it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's frigging funny, is that? I think it's hilarious.
Can we do our
Female
own
versions of the
TTS?
Primarks. Brilliant.
I'm having a blonde moment. What do you mean by TTS? Is it Tabletop Simulator, do you mean, or something?
No, it's TTS. Yeah. Can we do our own TT? No, text to speech.
Oh, text-to-speech. Ah. That'd be a cool thing, actually.
Friggin' hilarious with that.
But yeah, that's the as I said, that's my issue that I'm having myself is I'm very much I like painting when I can have it on the board to be like this fits this theme. But
Yeah.
40k as a rule set and AOS as a rule set, they are punishing if you don't have particular builds to your armies, and it has been a
Yeah.
thing for some editions now. You know, I'm not saying there's anything new, and I'm not saying there's anything, you know, anything untoward, but it's just it's kind of dampened my creativity.
Which I get. I think I was going the same way. 9th, and then we had the whole, you know, oh, it's the fourth Tyrannic War, which kind of pulled me back in, and they did new models, and it was like, oh yay, there's a part of the 40k universe that I can now enjoy again, because as much as I don't collect Tyranids, I still like the concept of the Tyranids.
Yes.
And you know, the models are cool, and that sort of, you know, unseen horror coming from outside the galaxy is a cool thing.
Yeah.
But due to object triggers, I couldn't do anything about it. I couldn't play against those armies. I couldn't take part in events to do with those armies. And then it was like they added in a whole other layer to the lore, and it was like, oh, finally, I can enjoy this again. But not in the way I thought, because obviously now I've shifted more towards like playing guard for 40k as opposed to the Marines. Even though I do love my homebrew Marines.
Yes.
I definitely prefer playing the playing my guard.
And that's the thing. I want to just be able to have my games again, because I do know that was what was getting some of my hype going, was just coming up with the kooky, thematic, crazy lists and just having fun with them. But the nature of, for example, the nature of wargaming, not just Warhammer, but wargaming in general, has taken quite a turn, because people have less expendable cash, less time, like just in general, less time to play with their toys than they used to. So a lot of the time now, people are getting the stuff that's good, inverted commas, good. Oh God!
Hello.
Oh dear God!
Great. We are. Hello, everybody. Hello, Raiders.
Hello.
Mr. Apothecary. I'm Mrs. Apothecary. If you're new here, we're doing a collab stream tonight with the lovely 6 Plus Save. If you like miniature painting, please give him a follow. He's absolutely amazing. And
And the crowd goes wild.
for anybody that doesn't already, please give lots of love to the Great Book of Grudges. He's absolutely one of our favourite people, and we love him so much. Absolutely amazing person, both in person and for streaming, for his content he puts out on YouTube. So show everybody some love, please.
Yeah.
Because is this
You
the
don't-
actual? Is this the Great Book of Grudges that I think it is?
This is the Great Book of Grudges, dude. Yeah.
Oh my god, you have saved my sanity so many times when I'm painting at work. When I'm painting at work and I'm stuck in that studio on my own, I've got his stuff playing away. And the boss will come in. And we're not normally allowed to play podcasts or anything like that. It's supposed to be music. I'll come in and it'll just be, talking away. And he'll come in and be like, "How you doing, Mark? Yeah, cool. Show him the model." And I was like, he'd be like, "Nice bit of music there you got there." I was like, "Yeah, it's really catchy, isn't it?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll let you crack on." And he would turn back out.
I've been a big fan of Nathan's work for a while, and especially obviously he does a lot of Total War stuff.
Yep.
And his energy, and then we met at Warhammer Fest. He'd posted up that he was going. We posted up that we were going. Tried to meet up before the Warhammer Old World reveal at Warhammer Fest. That didn't happen, but I could see him from where we were sitting.
We could hear
him from where we were sitting. And then afterwards, it was like frantically trying to go, "Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?" And he just sort of came round the corner as I was messaging him, and it was just like, "Hi, lovely to meet you." Massive hug, and yeah, every time he's been able to get over to the UK, we've gone, "Right, we're coming. Where are you?"
You're not making me jelly at all, are you? You're trying to not make me jelly, are you?
I'm not purposely doing it.
Thank you, Nate, for the shout out there for the Great Book of Grudges. Luna followed.
Yay,
Oh,
thank
lovely
you.
Luna.
But yeah, how was the stream? How did it go?
What were you up to, dude? I'm assuming it was more
Total War.
Total War.
Warhammer
Oh yeah,
40.
that's kind of a given, isn't it?
It's kind of his thing. You'd
He
never know.
he turns around and goes, "No, I was playing Space Marine 2."
Yeah.
It's like, just drop the mic.
Well, when it released, it was.
Yes.
We tried
Vampire.
we tried to get in a collab then, and we just couldn't get the timing right, unfortunately.
Oh, he's playing the vampire counts. Nice. Nice.
Jaunty Demon, thank you very much for the
Thank you so
follow.
much for that follow. I hope you're doing well.
But yeah, that's.
Oh, 8 races to go to 100% the game.
Ooh.
Oh, what happens
Dan
when
and
you
his-
reach that point?
Dan,
He just has the
Dan
bragging
Release
rights.
has gifted a sub to Luna. Thank you very much, Dan.
Oh, thank you, Dan.
Ah.
Luna is a lovely young lady from, I don't think she'll mind me saying, from the USA, who I met via Reddit of all places.
Oh, okay.
She's also a fellow Potsy. And she's absolutely a lovely human being.
Well, is she a lovely human being?
She
Human
is,
being.
very much so. So thank you so much, Dan. Dan and his minis is an absolutely incredible Warhammer painter, and he's doing some fab stuff over on Instagram at the moment. So if you're on Insta and you want to follow a nice miniature painter,
On the
Dan
gram.
and his minis on the gram, yeah.
There's some very, very surprising talent on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
There's some very wonderful talent on our Discord, mate.
True. I was just going
A
on for
lot
the.
of it.
I was just going on
Some
the
of it makes me
context of
really
your conversation. I was planning on this bank holiday.
Okay, so in response to your question, love, Nathan has just simply said, "I get a day off." I've been telling you need a day off for months.
What's a
I
day
didn't
off?
say you needed to finish. Oh, I told Nathan months ago he needed a day off, and he's like, "Yeah, I will after I've done this project." That's another project the day after.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah.
That's like farmer mentality, that is.
Cash says he was playing Vladdy Daddy.
Vladdy Daddy?
Bloody daddy.
And that's always a good time. Oh my days.
No, it can't be any worse than Baron von fucking fuckwit.
Frickin' hell,
Cannon
well,
to the face like a champ.
definitely past the watershed time, ain't it?
So I was playing some Total War myself, and I was playing one of the Khorne factions you get Harry the Hammer, and it bugs me because Harry the Hammer's whole thing is he fights against undead, but there
Yep.
not any undead in the Chaos Waste. So I got myself established, and then decided to take myself off to Sylvania to kick the crap out of some vampires. And one of the vampire lords decided that it would be a good idea to force march and stop straight in front of me. So I attacked him and kicked the crap out of him, and then I took the settlement, and then I think it was like 5 times he came back and just kept on attacking the same settlement where my main army was sat with Harry the Hammer, and killed him just dead every time. But it's NPC bias, so it's like you kill the character, but the character just immediately comes back to life. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah, it's the operation, like you said, it's the game algorithm mumbo jumbo, and it kind of breaks it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit annoying, but yeah, sometimes it can work in your favor, and it can be quite fun.
Well, we were saying at the beginning of things we were hoping to do on our Easter holiday. I was hoping on painting up this small lady. I may have to hang fire now.
What on earth is that? Is that a giant?
Okay, put it in retrospect. No worries, good sir Munch. You get a good night's kip.
See you later, Munchie. Oh, we got an advert.
Apple. Go away, you silly.
Go away.
No, it's one of these bot things has popped up. Yeah, I need to report the bot.
Khorne Daddy. No, it was. I keep forgetting her name. It's the female Khorne Valkyria. I think she's called. And I always wanted to paint the model, and I've never been able to find that model because Games Workshop don't sell it anymore, unfortunately. But I really enjoy the campaign for her character, and yeah, you very quickly unlock, Harry the Hammer, and it's just like, right, that's it. Let's go find some undead to smash up. It's a lot of fun. Valkyria the Bloody, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Mummy.
this is the scale of this giant.
Go on.
So here's a sword brethren for scale.
Dear gods. That's huge. Is that just a model to paint, or is that for another game system?
This model, you can use it for Kraken Eater for Sons of Behemat. But it is slightly bigger.
God. Yeah. I love the fact that is he eating an octopus's arm?
He's got an octopus or squid and is eating a tentacle. Hello, Jet.
That's really cool. I like that.
I painted this one up for work. So the box art that you see for work is the one I painted up. So this is for my own personal use.
Nice. You show off.
Right, just
for you. I can't believe I've done this.
Done what?
Painted his loincloth yellow.
I
Good.
didn't say yellow.
Good.
No, Mark did.
Oh,
I said it's a
Mark,
contrast.
You horrible
I
man.
said it was a contrast.
Oh.
I didn't have a gun to your head. You didn't have to do it.
Just for you.
That check hasn't cleared yet.
Here you go.
I,
Oh, there you go, chat. There you go. We have orange. We have yellow.
oh, that's so glad. Oh.
Oh, that
That's
looks
the
lovely.
type on it.
Yeah.
That looks lovely. I think you missed a spot though.
I did not. That's the brown leather strap around it. My light's like in a really awkward
Did
place.
someone, another streamer brings their audience to you? Oh, right, okay. Nathan, so how was the stream though? How did it go?
How did the
I saw you didn't
craziness
hang
go?
around for the other night. We were so tired we just needed to get off.
How did the craze
I'm just
go?
waiting on stuff to dry.
But yeah.
Improve,
His belly is just not thinking of.
But oh, sorry. Like I was saying before about the war gaming down my neck of the woods, and I think for a lot of people is a lot of people have less expendable cash, a lot of people have less expendable time. So when they do buy something, as in for their war gaming, whether it's historical, sci-fi, 40k, whatever,
yeah.
the majority of the time, not all the time, but the majority of the time, they get something that is good for the tabletop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you want to have that casual game, even if your person you're playing with says, yeah, we'll have a casual game, they don't have the full arsenal of a force with the options like the spare units like you would do back in the day. So their casual list is probably very similar to maybe their match play tournament list. And that's kind of a thing that has been happening, especially down my neck of the woods.
I mean, round here I couldn't comment because I don't play 40k around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's mostly I mostly just play heresy around here.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's the odd game of we haven't done it in a while, but odd game of like old worlds for me and the missus. Bit of kill team with a local friend. And that's about it, really. Or occasionally I managed to get in a game with Biggest Gobbo.
Who's
currently on holiday in your neck of the woods, which I only found out this morning.
So do I need to holler out my window and go, Gobbo, I got a pasty here?
He sent me pictures of Boss Castle, and I was like, wait a minute, because it loaded up the pictures before it loaded up the actual text, and I was like, wait a minute, I didn't send him any pictures of Boss Castle. What the heck's going on? And then I realized what he'd sent me, and I was like, oh, right, okay. He's on holiday as well.
Ah, fair enough.
Oh, come on, there we go. I've got a clog.
But yeah, that's like, as I said, that's just what I've gathered from talking to people. It's the kind of feeling that, a fair chunk of people are getting is, even if they do want to play with their buddies in a more casual setting, if those buddies are more tournament orientated, they may not have the model selection to be able to do it.
Right, Dan says, great work on the yellow. Luna says, can I say, not gonna lie, I hate the yellow. Yes, of course you can say that. Absolutely fine. I hate painting yellow. It's fine.
I love the yellow. You need to do it more.
You are totally allowed.
No, you need to do more yellow.
The stream was a slog, but mostly because I just want to finish the damn game so I can actually enjoy the game. That's fair.
That's
Have you tried
understandable.
enjoying it first before setting yourself these big challenges?
That's a silly idea.
Seeing as you aren't on Twitter, have you heard the Oblivion news?
Oh,
The fact that I have no idea what you're on about, mate, would suggest I haven't got a clue. Oblivion news? What's going on?
Elder Scrolls. They're showing something off tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Lutors, thank you very much for the follow. Hello. They're showing something off tomorrow.
Yes.
We started. We weren't playing Oblivion, were we?
I think it's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think.
Well, for like the online for
Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls Online, or just.
It was just Elder. I think it just had Elder Scrolls like 5 or something on it.
Oh, okay. Because
So
we
it's
we did try Elder Scrolls Online, and
Yeah, we
I
got really into it for like a week.
yeah, and then
We got distracted.
But I don't think it's
yeah.
online. I don't think it's the online one. I think, from what some people are
okay.
thinking, it's going to be like the successor, inverted commas, from Skyrim.
Oh, okay. I mean, I friggin' loved Skyrim. Absolutely love.
I
Mr.
spent.
A has recently been absolutely obsessed with the Mines of Moria.
Ooh, yes,
Diggity hole!
yes. I need to play that.
They are calling it remaster on the box art.
Oh,
Oh, Elder Scrolls Oblivion getting remastered leaked. Seems like it's built from the ground up and might be revealed / released tomorrow.
yeah. Yeah, it was an image which it said
Okay.
from Bethesda, an announcement for tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I mean, I really enjoyed Oblivion, and I really enjoyed Skyrim.
So, yeah, Bethesda may be
hmm.
doing an announcement because of the leaks to be like, we need to get ahead of this.
You mean like Games Workshop does?
Even though Games Workshop does it itself.
Some of them.
They
Right,
orchestrate
okay,
a fair
well,
old chunk of them.
thank you for the heads up. I will keep an eye on that, mate. Like I said, we tried the Oblivion Online, and we really enjoyed it for like a week, and then I don't know. For me, it feels very. The game mechanics are great. The game itself is really fun
And huge.
and massive, but I think that's part of the problem for me. It's
get-
so big.
You get
I feel
lost.
like I'm just playing catch up,
Yeah.
and I'm not. Yeah, like some games, I'm okay coming late to the party to, but there's others that they're so big now. It's like it really puts me off even trying to get involved.
And I think that was just before Christmas as well. So then we had Christmas.
Yeah.
And then after Christmas, there was loads of other stuff been happening and going on. And
Yeah, and then Cash happened and Mines of Moria.
I still need to play that.
Oh man, it's so much fun. It's so good. So good.
you won't get anything else done.
That's the
No, you
problem.
won't.
That's why I haven't gone near it, because I've seen the playthroughs of it, and I'm like, if I go near it, it's like, where's Mark disappeared into? The Mines of Moria.
The Mines of Moria.
He's just gone.
Dude, I played through it in campaign. I did part of it on my own and part of it with everyone else on the Discord. And then I set up a sandbox, and I am taking it very, very slowly. And I am literally rebuilding the mines room by room.
Ooh.
Like that. I've set that as my goal, which is at the moment absolutely hell.
Yeah,
Funny.
you've shown me the map, and you are only a small percentage
Tiny,
of the way
tiny.
into the first.
Yeah,
wall.
when you said the challenge you're doing, I'm kind of like, do you not love yourself?
I do love myself, and that's why I'm doing it.
I love my bricks.
I love my bricks. Cash's fault. All Cash's fault. But to be fair, that probably has played a part in making me feel like, I want to build a Mines of Moria gaming board. I wonder why.
I need to send you files.
What am I going to do with them? I can't print.
I'll send you a printer.
Maybe you go, I want this and this and this, and then Mark does the printing. I see how this works.
I'm not a dealer at all.
I'm trying to divert the conversation now. If I keep the back door open on my Rhino, I technically model for disadvantage because it gets measured from the hull, correct?
That is correct.
Yes. I have the Rhino, all my Rhinos for my Ultramarines, all the doors open, barring one, I believe. It's just for aesthetic purposes. You'd be right. Oh, excuse me.
I'm not doing supply and demand with my prints at all.
Nate has grey done, and 10 of the 20 now have black secondary colours too.
Woo, go on, Nate. You are washing these out.
Yeah, Dan is acting as ranger to go find statues and the resources. He literally is as well. He just took off into the mines while I was fixing stuff.
Oh, fair enough.
Has then marked a shitload of rooms. Oh yeah, we've all taken up the group
roles.
that we were running has all kind of taken up our own little things. So like Dan does the ranger stuff. Cash was very much like, I want to be a room priest. And then I was doing a lot of the forging. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Next month, I'm showing off all my Brett, by the way. 340 models.
Bloody hell, Nathan.
Jesus, Nathan. Do you have an off button? Like, do you take days off, breaks,
No.
rests?
Sleep, no.
Do I have to prescribe you with rest days? Like, come on, dude.
It's probably like, what's that?
Yeah, what's that? What, prescription or rest days?
Both.
But to be honest, only took me a year to paint the wall. Christ almighty.
I'm gonna genuinely make you a prescription pad so you can start sending these out to people.
Yes.
You're
I mean,
fortunate you don't know
in any way, shape, or form. If you took them to your boss and said, "Look, my apothecary said I need a day off," it's not going to stand up in like HR. But you could always try.
I was going to say, yeah, it'd be an interesting one. Me go up to my boss and go, by the way, this guy that's on Twitch, he told me I need to have the day off.
He even sent me a prescription note.
He just looks at me and goes, shut up.
No, knowing your boss and what you've said about him, he probably wouldn't. He would probably take it, laugh his head off,
Oh, yeah.
and might actually give you the day off.
Yeah, he would genuinely laugh and then go, pussy.
Get out.
Be like,
Cash's room priest and guardian of the sacred treasure. The sacred treasure being a chest full of cabbages. Freaking cabbages.
well, we're saying about dwarves. I got Halfguard to build. Diggy hole.
I like Halfguard. Halfguard look cool.
Diggy hole.
I need to get some for my boarding action list. Do like Hearthguard. Hearthguard are fun. I've still got some berserkers that are built and painted, and I'm still unsure about how to paint them as well. Mine would ask, what is an apothecary? People find it already strange that I play with plastic minis at my age. Well, I don't care what other people say though.
People do strange things at any age.
Some people's bosses would probably find it really funny for someone to turn up with a prescription just be printed letters at the top. It's I, the Miniature Apothecary, prescribe blank to insert name.
Sleep.
And then have
Caffeine.
tick boxes underneath, sleep, day off, day of rest, day of hobbying, and I'll just tick the relevant one. I think some bosses might appreciate that, just you trying it,
Some wives as well.
Some wives definitely would appreciate it, yeah.
Could you send it in? I'll try and use it on misses.
Right, okay, so
you don't need to. You have.
So we need to figure out how to make a prescription book now. Hey, no, I could make it, and then when we go to conventions and stuff, I can
just hand them out. Just
We
leave
can
a blank.
prescribe you with a coffee. There you go. This
Just-
is a non-redeemable.
Just leave it with a blank date and be like, "Here's 5 of them."
Yeah, here's 5 of them. Just
Use them when you need them.
use them when you need them. I think in some cases that might be slightly illegal, but
It's only illegal if it's actual drugs.
valid point. Right.
You might be able to send out self-cert forms. I'd have to check the law, says Dan.
Yes, you can do self-serve forms. Yes, that is correct. I know that is
Oh.
correct.
I can see us getting in trouble.
What's new?
Just, well, yeah.
Flohan said mine would ask what is an apothecary.
Yeah, I read
You
that one.
read that one?
Yeah. What's an apothecary?
We could probably attach a self-certification form to anyone in the UK. That's right.
Oh! I don't know why that
Yes.
reminded me. A Book of Grudges. So, I need to get hold of a Book of Grudges. Does anyone know where I can get hold of a Book of Grudges?
Really? Really? God damn it. I already promised Mark one, and it's not in the post yet. It will
I see
be,
you.
Mark, I promise you.
I did make a Book of Grudges t-shirt.
To be fair, a while ago, I think it was a couple of months now. The book, Nathan, the Book of Grudges, he did actually raid in while I was showing off the one she made for me.
Yeah.
It was very much need. Oh, it made me laugh.
I need you to check my stock cupboard.
Yes, I know. Yes, I know. I need to check the stock cupboard to see whether you need any more supplies. All right, love.
Yeah, I'm getting sleepy.
Well, I'm going to be hitting the hay shortly because I do have work in the morning.
Everyone in the
Woo.
morning.
Work.
Uh,
Yeah, I got to be up at 6. Woo. You can tell I'm so excited. Woo.
yeah.
You sound thrilled.
Well, I'm now head of like customer services and social media and stuff, so it's like
Oh no.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's an interesting one when I turn up and I get the emails coming in where sometimes people don't fully realize that the firm isn't like Amazon, that they work 24/7. So I'll get emails where people are like, I placed my order at, I placed my order. There hasn't been an update. Where's my order? And then you look up their details because they still didn't send in the order number. So you look it through their email address.
Let me guess, they placed it at like 12 o'clock that night.
Yeah, they put it like 12 o'clock on a Saturday. And it's like, okay. So you politely reply going, we do not work weekends. We have received your order. It's all good. It will be dispatched to you shortly. And a lot of time people then kind of go, oh, shit, didn't realise that, my apologies. Or you then get the ones going, well, I need it for a tournament. Can you guarantee it getting to me by like Wednesday or something like that? It's like, you placed it at like Sunday. Like, what business out there would get stuff to you by Wednesday that isn't Amazon?
Hobby workshop. Sorry.
We've had that.
We have had that where we've ordered something Sunday.
Yeah.
And we've had
It's
it.
arrived by
It's
Wednesday.
arrived by Wednesday.
Yeah. But you
There
get
are
what I
some
mean.
places- Yeah, but I do get what you mean.
That's like an outlier, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very much become the world is very much on demand right now. Everything is nobody has the patience to wait for things anymore.
Yes. Oh, 100%. 110%. And it's just like, I don't know, it's a weird one because I do like the responses on like Trustpilot and stuff. And some of the Trustpilot reviews are really weird. Like,
Okay.
one of them is like a mini dissertation, and they loved the services, and they couldn't find fault, and all this and all that. 3 stars. It's like, if you couldn't find fault, why is it not 5 stars, you flaming plonker?
Oh, that's brilliant. That makes me chuckle. That's brilliant.
And then the best one I had, one of the best ones I had was, stock arrived damaged. Now it was going to, I think it was going to like Brazil or something like that, and we're UK based, and it arrived damaged, and that's all. That's all the review said. Stock arrived damaged. So okay, 3 stars. So I looked up their order because it connects the order up. Yeah, it was some Carriage and Overlord engine riggers with the
yeah.
on the acrylic stems
Yeah.
that were already damaged. It was in the photo that they weren't attached.
Oh God. Oh, move that back there. Right. Well, this is my progress for the night.
Yep.
We have blue, we have grey, we have a small amount of black, and we have some chipping.
Yeah, blue abadee abadai.
Blue abadee, exactly that. Ow.
Don't hurt yourself.
Oh. Gloves pulling on some hairs. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, I'm getting sleepy as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably gonna call it there in a moment.
Yeah.
Because I got a sharp knife here and I'm getting sleepy and my skin's not doing the best anyway on my fingertips, so I don't need to cut it off anymore.
Don't do that then.
Don't do that. Flohan's just like, strange colour choice for Dark Angels. It's my
It is-
Phosphex party bus. Leave me alone.
Has ended. I don't know if you want to look.
No, I don't think there's many. I don't have any notifications up for. I mean, we would have raided, Nathan, but Nathan raided into us for a change. So
You said like,
Yeah.
I've got you, Boogaloo.
it's kind of got to that point. Like, if he's on, or Jay's on, or you're on, or there's like select few people. It's like, but yeah, normally it's like, oh, Nathan's on really late. He's probably playing some Total War. We'll go show him some love. And there's been a few times now where we've gone to raid into him, but he's raided us first.
Oh,
And it's like, son of a bitch.
I've done that with you lot in the past, didn't I? That I was raiding you, but you were raiding me at the same time.
Yeah.
We've
And-
had it before where we've raided in, they're like, and people have gone, oh, we're just shutting down.
We did it. We had a weekend without Junior. We did an extra Saturday stream. We started at like 6 o'clock or something. We
Yeah.
streamed all the way through to like 12:30. And some random who I don't even know, like I don't think I've ever seen him again or watched them, raided us just as we were winding down and saying thank you for joining us. And it was like this big 40 odd people raid came in, and it were like, oh no.
Can't leave yet.
Really sorry, people, but we're going to bed. Right. So, everyone, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Red and
Yeah.
Captain. Thank you very much, Mark, for a lovely stream.
Yeah, it's been lovely. I've enjoyed this. This was a good idea to do this extra stream. Yeah. For all you raiders that stuck around from the Great Book of Grudges, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the follows. To the new subscribers, thank you very much. Please don't forget, we are still... That's not what I was going to say. Don't forget, we do have our sub goal going. We are currently 14 of 30. And when we hit 30, or if we hit 30 within the month, we do a subscriber giveaway. So 3 people win win a £10 voucher. 3 different people win £10 vouchers each. Oh my God, words are hard apparently all of a
Put
sudden.
the teeth back in.
If you want to join the Discord, Discord will give you a link.
Sounds like you're having a hell let loose night tomorrow night.
It does.
for gaming
Yeah,
night.
we have gaming nights on Tuesdays. We have hobby health nights on a Wednesday night, and then obviously back streaming on Friday and Sunday. And this week we're also going to trial run the Wednesday afternoon stream.
Yeah.
And I
Nice.
will be putting up extra information about the Lord of the Rings weekend in general. I'll probably do it tonight just to get it done and dusted and out of the way. So yeah. Other than that, Mark?
Do you want to add it?
I think that's basically covering it all. It has been a pleasure, you lovely, lovely lot. And
always.
I'm hoping to get back into the streamy poos. Most
Yeah, sounds
likely,
like you've got a podcast idea there.
Yes.
You're in the works as
I
well.
won't
You're
be.
just trying to keep me busy, aren't you? That's all you're trying to do. You're just trying to keep me busy.
Look, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. I haven't got you gunpoint yet.
Really? No, the gun's sat over there. She's staring at
You
me.
don't have to do it.
It's just an
See,
option.
he's just laughing. He's just laughing.
I'm not doing diddly squat. I'm just giving you an option to bring out some lore and good feel vibes and heresy and stuff.
I will sit and talk law with you any day of the week, mate. Yes, please. That'd be fun.
But yes, I think we've waffled enough now for these lovely people. We're gonna raid on, aren't we?
All right. Toodaloos, everyone. We love you all. Thank you very much.
Toodle
See you all
ooze.
later. Bye.
Bye, the byes.